you could produce a brilliant life-enhancing product, market it badly, and as a result, either fail as a business or completely underserve the public, simply because you had failed to make the product comprehensible. Now, there's some really fantastic little experiments here in the behavioral sciences, which is, one example is, if a product just seems slightly dissonant, if it doesn't quite make sense, people won't buy it. Now, I'll get a lovely example. The lovely experiment is, you go to people and say, here are 10 Sharpie pens, all black. How much will you pay? Okay? And you average the amounts out, and maybe, probably it's going to be about $8 or $9 would be my guess. And then you show an identical group of people, 10 black Sharpie pens and 1 yellow one or 1 green one. The amount they're prepared to pay is less, because the addition of the rogue colour makes the product, the 10 black pens and 1 weird coloured one, just is not cognitively comfortable for me to process. Now, if an ad man came along, what he'd do is he'd say 10 Sharpies, free highlighter pen. Now, the second you've done that, that's a kind of Don Draper, kind of insight. The second you do that, now the yellow pen makes sense to me, and I'll pay more than I would for the 10 black Sharpies on their own. Right. So that's a case where you can have products which are just cognitively dissonant and fail, even when they objectively contain more utility than the alternative. Now, there's a beautiful example of this from product design, which is a case where you have to worship the man. I think it's Morita from Sony. And he commissioned the Sony Walkman, and he had a slightly selfish motive behind his desire for a Sony Walkman, which is he wanted to be able to fly from Tokyo to Los Angeles, I think, and listen to a whole opera on the flight. And the guys came back with the first Walkman design to his specification, and they'd added something. They'd added record functionality on the first Walkman. And he said, why did you put the record functionality on? I didn't ask for it. And they said, I know, but we looked at the basic costings, and you can basically add recording functionality to the Walkman for literally, it's going to be $1 per unit, or some trivial amount like that. So why wouldn't you do it? And he said, get rid of it. He said, but it's $1, it's nothing, and it lets you record. Get rid of it. And the engineers went away in a sulk. But he was absolutely right, because he said, if the Sony Walkman will play but will not record, everybody can understand what it's for, and they can either decide, I want that or I don't want that. Clear decision, okay? Which is, okay, it might be quite nice to listen to music while I'm mowing the lawn or whatever it may be, or while I'm on the train on to work. I get that. I get that thing. The second you add record functionality, that's the weird yellow pen. And it's people thinking, oh, what is this? Is it kind of a dictaphone? Is this for office use? Should I use this when I interview people as a journalist? What the hell's going on here? Right. So, in fact, removing what is objective utility from a product can actually make it more desirable.
Right. And